A school bus pulled up to a stop in Diamond Head, Mississippi on the morning of April 21st. Israel and Makoka, honor students. The boys their coach said turned an entire team into a brotherhood. What happened at the bus stop and what their community is doing to bring them home. Then today the Supreme Court heard a hearing argument whether Trump can strip temporary protected status from 350 Haitians. We know we covered the story multiple times. Syrian nationals, what happened in that courtroom and what it means. And hundreds of thousands of legal professionals across America just had their immigration applications frozen. Doctors, engineers, researchers legally here, now in limbo, while Myanmar nationals are told they're being sent back to a war zone. Stay with me, Voices Within Qalbi, as we uncover these stories. Now, let me tell you exactly who Israel and Maxwell Makoka are, because our statements reduces them to a visa technicality, and they deserve more than that. Israel is 18, Max is 15. They're brothers from the Republic of Congo. They came to the US on F1 student visas in 2023 and 2024. They were placed with the host family, Cliff and Gail Baptiste, in Diamond Head, Mississippi on the Gulf Coast. The Baptistes became their legal guardians last year, and at Hancock High School, the largest high school in Hancock County, Israel and Max became the kind of students teachers and coaches remember for a lifetime. Their basketball coach, Connor, told Mississippi Today, they have turned our locker room into probably the closest team we have ever had. I think that really started when they showed up. The brotherhood and the togetherness and how exemplified it has been unbelievable. Israel is a member of the French Honor Society. A teacher named Stacey Campbell described them as the kids you see coming down the hallway with a smile on their face, giving a wave through around the crowd. They displayed maturity and kindness of spirit beyond their years. Monday, the 27th of April, while Israel was in detention in Jannah, Louisiana, Hancock High School held its own cap and gown ceremony. Seniors lined up at the gym, blue caps and gowns distributed one by one. Israel's name was called, but he was not there. Now, here is exactly what ICE says happens, and I'm going to be precise about this because the sourcing matters. ICE official statements say the brothers violated F1 visa status by failing to attend classes at Piney Wood School, a private historically black boarding school in Rankin County where they were originally enrolled. The issue, they transferred to Hancock High School, a large public school on the Gulf Coast. According to immigration attorney Jeremy Litton, maintaining an active F1 visa at a public school is significantly more complicated than a private institution that manages many international students. Now, the Baptists told Mississippi Free Press they were never warned the transfer could jeopardize the boys' legal status. They believed they were in compliance. ICE showed up anyways. Now, the Republican mayor of Diamond Head, Annalise, who represents a community that voted for Trump, said this week, this small town and people know them. It's not an abstract situation. These are real kids with real friends and their teachers live here. Everyone is feeling this very deeply. Now, two Trump-aligned senators, Cindy Hyde Smith and Representative Mike Ezel, have both released statements saying they are monitoring the situation, but the attorney working with Hyde Smith office told Mississippi Free Press directly there is no legal path for the brothers to remain in the country. They're likely marked as student visa abusers, and our designations basically follows them. So a change.com petition has gathered over 2,400 signatures in 2 days. Max, a 50-year-old child, has been separated from his brother and taken to Houston, a standard protocol for unaccompanied minors. But Max was not unaccompanied before ICE arrived. He had family, he had a guardian, he had a brother. He does not have either of them now. Before we go further, if you have not subscribed, do that right now. Share this episode. The Manuka brother story needs to be seen. Keep it moving. Back to it now. And while those brothers sat in separate detention facilities today, the Supreme Court of the United States was deciding the fate of hundreds of thousands of people just like them. April 29th, the Supreme Court had oral arguments in Trump versus Batari, the case that would determine whether the Trump administration can legally end TPS status for over 3,500 Haitians and Syrian nationals. Now, the TPS is a legal protection granted to people from countries experiencing ongoing crisis. Haiti is under effective gang control. Right, we've been talking about this. Syria is still entering, trying to emerge from an ongoing decade of civil war. People living under TPS have been in the U.S. status legally working, paying taxes, raising American-born children for years, for some over a decade now. Lower courts have blocked the administration's attempt to strip TPS twice. The Supreme Court agreed to hear the case today. They did. According to reports from ABC and El Tecalote, justice pushes back on administration's position during oral argument. The court appealed spectacle that the executive branch has unlimited authority to terminate TPS designation without congressional review. But skeptical questioning during an oral argument doesn't always predict outcomes. A ruling is expected in June. If the court is sides with the Trump administration, 350,000 people lose their legal status and work authorization simultaneously, facing deportations to countries where gang violence has been their entire neighborhood uninhabitable. Syrian nationals would face return to a country still fragile from years, decades of war, and the ruling, whatever it is, will set a legal precedence to every TPS designated nationally going forward. So Venezuela, Myanmar, El Salvador, Ethiopia, all of them are watching this case. Now, people are connecting the Manuka story to something larger and more systematic. The travel ban limbo. NPR reported this week that hundreds of thousands of professionals born in 39 countries, including Nigeria, Myanmar, and Venezuela, have had their visas, green cards, and their citizenship applications frozen entirely. So, engineers, doctors, and scientists, people who entered legally, who are contributing to the American economy right now, frozen, no processing, no timeline, no explanation beyond national security. And USCIS has issued an updated guidance terminating TPS for Myanmar, a country currently in active civil war. And I keep asking this. I always come back to this. What exactly and who exactly are we protecting and from what? Drop a comment, subscribe if you have not already. I leave you all in the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fi amanillah.